get the point there. So, hello, welcome back to FiddleUP. I'm Emerald Ray, and right now we're going to talk about grit. Grit, 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 and that's fiddle grit. That is the tone that we're going for with our bow, believe it or not. So, fiddle sound is different from violin sound and classical violin sound. There's different tones and textures that different genres require. Just to start as a baseline that many people know, classical music, most of the music that's played on this particular instrument is all about creating the perfect tone, which in my opinion is not perfect. It's very loud. Almost as loud as I was playing there. But they're going for a sort of pure tone. And so when people, pick up this instrument in particular, it's almost like people are sort of geared to think, oh, I have to make it sound perfect. I have to make it sound. But fiddle music is not like that. Fiddle music is wildly imperfect. Fiddle music has a lot of rough edges and a lot of sandpaper sounds and a lot of just kind of nastiness. And that's why it's so awesome. That is why we play fiddle music. And it's not that you can't have a pure tone underneath there, but using that grit is a huge deal in fiddle music, in all kinds of fiddle music. We are always playing around with that gritty sandpaper sound. And so you'll see this when you're playing triplets or doing different bowed ornaments. And just the attack is attacky, for sure. There's a lot of attack, and by that I'll show you what I mean. Especially like things like in Scottish music, it's strathspeys. Just like I was just playing a strathspey there. And there's so much grit in there. And the grit is this sound here. That I am putting too much weight on my bow sound. And it's a really good sound to master for fiddle music, because when you're doing an attacky bow, like I was just talking about, putting some attack in, what you want to do is put your bow down on the string, grab it so that, it can't go anywhere, and then try to pull from there. Do you get that vicious attack at the top? That is fiddle music right there. And so if you're playing triplets, in Irish or Scottish music, you're going to be running into that gritty sound. And so we love to play with that. So if you can have a bass line tone, a nice clear bass line tone, and then add some attack, then you are getting into that fiddle mode. And so you're going to hear me talking about grit a lot during this series. You're going to hear me talk about how to dig into the string, where to dig into the string to make it sound fiddly. And that is really the essence of what fiddle music sounds like. And it's completely on purpose. It's not unintentional. So if you have other people coming from other styles of music, they're going to go, oh, but somebody told me that was wrong. And they may have told you that, but actually they are wrong. This is a fiddle thing. This exists in all of the different kinds of fiddle musics, and we're always playing around with that. We love grit, and I hope you do too. And I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.